Caffeine OP. How do I make fantastic, innovative titles day in and day out? What's my title today? I just start writing letters, and then I see if those form words, and then if they do, I try to string the words together. In Desmodiam, hey Thick Cheney. Flash, Freeze, Fortify, and Frenzied Swarm. Purple and red. Ooh, Sketches of Salvation. Cool, let's do that. It's a little bit different. You learned that fireworks are banned in your state. That seems completely reasonable and kind toward like pets, and I mean there are all sorts of people who have all sorts of reasons not like fireworks too. What do I do with Tethys? I don't know. I guess put it here to kill the collector next turn. And I guess I actually was meant to Frozen Lance this, because I'm gonna have to try, well, I'm not sure it ever does matter. Maybe it never matters. There are times when I'm trying to kill it to get to the collector if the collector spawns behind it, right? But if I'd drawn 3 Frozen Lances, maybe it matters. The thing is, usually I just draw a torch and I just kill the collector with the torch instead. Yep. Maybe Blake twitching, hello. Ironclad. Heopiquus. Zoe Immortal. Well, here's the Infinity Frozen Lance's hand. Alright, so maybe I needed to put armor on Tethys. I thought about it, but I was concerned that, like, yeah, this floor doesn't actually hold this off, is the thing. So it seemed like a lot to be putting armor on Tethys there. Potentially risking a very large amount of pyre damage. What you got for me? Maybe that's just how the fight goes. Can't really think of many reasonable ways that it could have gone much differently from that. I don't know. Sounds awesome, GSM Chris. Yeah, with Sketches of Salvation to start, we're definitely looking for one really good creature and then duplicate it 3 times. Or like a variety of pretty good creatures would also work. I think I'm taking Ice Tornado. Get a good damage card into the deck to complement spell weakness on Tethys. Molting Imp's okay, but I want to have 160 gold for... I'm getting a unit draft. So I want to be able to double by 25 gold upgrades into... Gosh, these are terrible. Into reroll into double by 25 gold upgrades for creatures again. These are quite bad. Maybe I just take Alpha Fiend on account of Sketches of Salvation. Yeah, it's true that we don't want Molting Imp as much with Sketches of Salvation as well. That's a good point. Strength Stone, Rune Stone, Large Stone. I guess Steelworker, it can stand in front of Tethys, perhaps. And I'm going to, I guess, make my Alpha Fiend into some attempt at a carry. Or do I want Steelworker? Let's buff Steelworker instead. If we can get the hidden passages going and the... what's it called? The March card? The March of Steel? I don't remember what it's called. The card that moves the unit to the front and gives it block. We can make a really big middle floor with the Steelworker in front. Seems okay. March of Shields, there you go, yeah. You know what? Maybe this is okay, actually. Maybe it's better to spend this 25 gold on something than to not spend it all. I don't know. It's pretty bad. At best, it's pretty bad. The evil DS. Hiruma Kui Peto and per se. Hello. In Jarhead Web. Yeah, bing. You like the alpha friend, he is a good friend. So these are going to bypass my floor. Feels bad. I think I still go for the 75 gold. Does feel a bit bad though. Unfortunately, if I play Tethys on the bottom floor, Tethys immediately dies. And if I play Tethys somewhere else, Tethys is a lot less valuable. Oh well. I think it's probably somewhat better to play Tethys than not play Tethys at all. I consider making Podge a shared emote in BTTV. I'm not sure what that means. Other channels can enable it already. I'm pretty sure. How's it going, Antimatter Dynamite? I don't know how it all works though. Riku. Hey, Janoki. Alright, does this one just win? Actually, yes. Okay, cool. Well, successfully made one big creature. Hey, Revolution Guile. Got an offering token, Crypt Builder, and Helical Crystallis. Let's grab Helical Crystallis here. And 3 imps. Don't want those with sketches. I do have 225 gold. I still am pretty sure that I'm looking at units here though. If I get like a consumer of crowns, nah, too difficult. I'll take a Horned Warrior. Might just take Hammered Chest Plates for like the 3 health. Without really having any other like cute interactions that make it good, just the 3 health seems okay. Hey Helsinki, hey J Clones. Let's purge a spell, I think. I probably want to get rid of all of my train stewards in this run, and I probably want to get rid of Frozen Lances too. But getting rid of 9 cards seems difficult, so I think if I give this a Frozen Lance and then at least one of the Frozen Lances that I have at the end of the run will have some sort of upgrade on it. You jump down. Go to the store and buy a bottle of conditioner. Even spend a little bit of time to pick out conditioner suitable to your hair, and then somewhere between the conditioner aisle and the checkout counter it transforms into shampoo. This is crazy. And I have never had that happen. Incredible. Hey Giolo. I should have played this first because this is the fight where there's the exploding and dealing 1 damage going on, isn't it? Yikes. Where are all my fortifies and stuff? Lacking some ability to tank here for sure. Yeah, still missing floor manipulation too. It would just be lovely. It would need like 1 March of Shields to put this in front of the floor and 1 Hidden Passage to get Tethys behind it, and our deck would suddenly be about 1,000,000 times stronger. But we haven't found those yet. Doesn't mean we'll never find them. I don't think we're gonna die in this fight. We didn't find them yet. Alpha Fiend is soloing the fight so far. Well, well, it was. An awkward moment, but yeah. He rushed second. Gifts for a guard. Gifts for a guard with all of my starter cards being damage spells, I think is going to be pretty strong. Siren Song might be even better though. Because I'm playing a Sketches deck, I'm going to go with Gifts for a Guard over Siren Song. Units should hopefully not be reaching my pyre already, right? Like the entire premise is that I'm going to put a ton of giant creatures in play on turn 1. Struggling to realize that premise so far, but it's an idea. Like I like having 1 more sweep creature so that I can put quick on a sweep creature, and that gives me sort of an out to not having to worry nearly as much about my floor dying. I'm gonna go to a Merchant of Steel. So half the time we see quick, we've got enough gold to buy it. And then probably just card draw. Clearly Song isn't needed as everything dies floor 2. Well, it depends. All of the enemy creatures die floor 2, we don't need it. If all of our creatures die floor 2, we might. Should have looked at the store first, fuck. Fuck. Hmm. Doesn't seem like Titan's entry is very good here, though, just in general. Alright. Multi-strike goes on presumably Alpha Fiend. Rage goes on... I think on an Icy Salafite is fine. Don't buy this. Save the money. Could have gotten an Endless Shark. There is a problem where if I went for Endless Shark, a lot of the time it shows up not in front, in the middle floor, and like, okay, like what does my upgrade do? So that's why we haven't attempted to play one of those. Yes, and he friend of the trees. I am generally somewhat, I would say, into applying Frostbite to everything on the bottom floor. If we can keep Tethys alive on the bottom floor, maybe. What is Rainbow Plus? Rainbow Plus is sort of like... basically. I hope that clears it up for you. I don't think I can give them 6 strength. Kapow, thanks for the 9 months. Show to you too. I don't think I can give them 6 strength, and I also think there are significant ways in which I can win the run if I win this fight even without the extra 150 coins. Like, all I need is a March of Shields, it feels like. March of Shields and a Hidden Passage. I don't need crazy stuff going on, so... Although, so far we could have gotten away with it. As YouTube's thumbnail, Jorbs clean shaven, this one has facial hair. Terrifying industrial accident. You may also notice that this Jorbs has superpowers, whereas the other one didn't. How's it going, Felter? What? My deck's like broken. What's going on? I don't understand. Okay. Yep. Okay, yep. Good. All right. The complex and intriguing gameplay continues here. Never a moment of downtime. All right, we won. Well, okay. I don't understand. I guess I should have taken the trial. True Conqueror, yep. Eerie. Shazam. A Guardian's Amulet. It's a way to defend my units. Haven't found many of those yet. Reserve, restore 2 health to your pyre. That's cool. Keep it for now, though. I will not disappoint you, Hellborn. Game has been offering a very large number of imps. Yeah, I noticed that too. This is cool, but I think I want more shots at unit upgrades still. I don't know. What about like holdover sap and just win the run? That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. Holdover. Oop. Gotta roll now so I have enough gold for it. Okay, holdover gifts for guard is another fun way to play it. Are they going Rafara right? Enemy and center with spell shield 2. We got sweep at the end as well. It's like a little bit spooky. I just do that every turn. Will anything ever attack me? Feels like probably it would be fine to start with this. I'm playing Frenzied Swarm on the bottom floor here. Let's get the Train Steward in play. Almost. Thanks, your octopus boyfriend. Happy 4th. Who's celebrating the 4th of July today? And who's on a different day of the year? How many, like, special days are just named the date of the day? I feel like that's pretty unusual. Cinco de Mayo. Okay, there's one. Now that I have a holdover 3-cost card, starts to seem like it would be pretty good to get some more amber. I think I do play this. And then I play it again, and then I play it again. And it's dead. .420 is April 20th? Really? Is that why it's... Wait. Is 420 called 24 in other countries then? I'd never considered this before. Like, almost every country does a day before month. And every other... Should I say 24 Blaze It instead of 420 Blaze It for more appeal to my international audience? I've never considered this before. I think I take Drain, lean more into the sap solution for beating enemies. Grinding Rate's fine. It's a little bit awkward to get it from gifts or a guard, because you sort of don't get to use it to give your creatures armor anymore when it kills them in one shot. 420 refers to time, not days, so it's actually 420. Gotcha. I need to know the story now. Hold on. Origins. I think it's for both. I think it's for the date and the time of day. It doesn't have a particularly, like, unique origin story as far as the Wikipedia goes, which seems sort of fitting. Like, why would it need to, you know? Landon, thanks for the 300 bits. How you doing? That's when the kids would meet up to smoke after school, perhaps. Hey Tyleron, you see ya? I definitely wouldn't mind upgrading my sap holdover card. Definitely wouldn't mind grabbing the unstable vortex either. And I could like hellvent it. I have two ways to discard it, right? I have Frenzied Swarm and I have Drain. Drain only sometimes works. I'm gonna go left for the spell upgrades, and I can maybe buy a card remove if I need to. Sort of need to. Another holdover, wow. Alright. Let's run it like this. How did we get to this topic? We were talking about days that are just named the date that they are. Like July the 4th and Cinco de Mayo. Friday the 13th is a really interesting one because Friday the 13th doesn't like occur consistently, really. Like the other ones are every year at that time, but Friday the 13th is just whenever it is Friday the 13th. It's a cool one. I like that one. Friday the 13th is consistently on Friday the 13th. That's true. I wonder if it has ever occurred on a different day. Probably not, right? It wouldn't make much sense if it did. In Spain, it's not Friday, it is Tuesday the 13th. Is there something like really bad that happened on a Tuesday that caused that difference, or? I wonder where it all comes from. I do at some point want to put sap on Fel. Is this a reasonable time to be doing that? Feels like it might be. Stream title seems like a greeting on an IRC chat room. Did you know that you are in an IRC chat room? It's all an IRC, it's all IRC on the back end or whatever on Twitch. You can connect to Twitch chat rooms on MIRC and stuff like that. It's IRC all the way down. Is that true? Yep. The bot that runs in this channel is an IRC bot that I like gave permissions to connect to my Twitch chat. I think I'm probably sort of running out of cards here a little bit. Let's get that vibe. Okay. That's a good thing to have happen. You could use an IRC bouncer to shitpost in multiple Twitch chats at once. I'm sure there are some things going on with permissions, but for the most part, probably, yeah. Alright. Nice sketches of Salvation. Very relevant. Nice spell weakness, too. Excellent work, team. Gosh, look at how much... Enhance all spells in hand with 5 magic power. So you don't draw any cards or anything. You just enhance all the spells in your hand with 5 magic power. Compared to... We draw 3 spells. We give them 20 magic power. And they cost 0. This card has like, what? An extra 5 energy and 15, 45 plus damage on it. Oh, and 3 card draw. Seems slightly different. Yes, but they consume Kappa. It's true. Yep, hands. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the 2 years subbed. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope your stream was good. What does a 25RR mean? It means I am 25 years old. My sex is random. And my location is random. It means that we are playing at Covenant rank 25, which has all of these modifiers, and that we're playing our primary and allied clans are both randomed every game. Is what it actually means. But like, I feel like my first explanation was probably mostly true too. You had the biggest throw you have had in the entirety of gaming. That's impressive. How did you manage that? Was it one of the ones where you like make the wrong play and then you're like, oh no, and then you like make the wrong play again 2 more times while you could still like recover? No, I'm not 25 years old. I'm way younger than that. Do I look that old to you? I'm offended. I have the wisdom of a 25-year-old. Thank you. You put a bounty stalker in front on the top row since its damage was enough to kill a 7th circle boss, but daze. It's stealth. Oh, like right in front of it. Oh, I gotcha. Sometimes in this game, like, you do just lose outright because you put your unit 1 position wrong, and it goes from like winning the run to losing the run instantly. And sometimes it's not super apparent why. I've definitely had that happen in a couple of different ways. I don't know if I've ever had the stealth dazed on the top floor thing before, but I've had stuff like that. At the end of a midnight MTG pre-release, it was 6 a.m. You were so sleepy you ran 3 creatures into first strike death touch in a row. Yep. 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 I feel like 6 a.m. is maybe not the right time of day to be playing complicated strategy games, especially if you haven't slept. Ember Drain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. I think we just let this leave. I don't know. I don't get to play any cards next turn if I let this attack. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, it's probably actually fine. Alright, give me that. Does AML. Cool, good turn. Yeah. Okay. Let's kill that one. I don't really think of any reason that anything in particular I do here matters. Maybe try that one. You almost got the 10 card achievement. There's a 10 card achievement? I don't even know this shit for this game. In Slay the Spire, I like actually knew what the achievements were for the most part, but I haven't even looked in this game. Does that mean only having 10 cards in your deck for a winning run? Is there a difficulty constraint on it? Like it has to be a certain difficulty? Play this here, maybe? Just to save some health. The Seraph before final boss wave is one of them. I think I did that already, right? I don't know, maybe I haven't. Not sure I would even know. As you can see, really into the achievement hunting in this game. There's no way to put together a winning deck in Covenant 25 with 10 cards in it? That's not true. That's not true at all. I've successfully made it take 100 less damage. Nice. I think it's still okay though, because I stack a bunch more Frostbite on it. I mean, in any, there's no possible way that I'm losing. I guess what I actually wanted was to not kill it on this floor and kill it with a damage spell next turn, so that I had higher chance of getting Frozen Lance to heal my Pyre. But yeah, whatever. Whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's play a bunch of sap. Let's duplicate the Guardian's Amulet we have with holdover. Just sort of go from there. Let's get this. Is it possible to get the plus 400 trial? Maybe. I don't remember what it was, honestly. I'm gonna take the March of Shields. Wasn't it like Spell Shield? I mean, I'm sure I could have done that. Spell Shield 2. Yeah, it's not nothing. Spell Shield 2. We got multi-strike for demons. Seems pretty good. Six Shadow Sieges definitely does it. Yep, 6 Shadow Sieges would do it. I'm sure there are infinite combos that have fewer than 10 cards in them. I mean, I'm pretty sure that having more than like 3 cards just becomes like detrimental when you're talking about an infinite combo for the most part in this game. So I'm not going to play Gifts for a guard this time through the deck, because I don't want to make my saps have consume. Good. Oh shit. I was wondering why we weren't killing that with our quick sweep. It's because it has 8 sap on it. That'll do it, I guess. Alright, looks like one of our creatures is dead. That's okay. Maybe I put Fortify on the wrong thing then. Hey KB. Yeah, blue and gone. Is it KB or Cabby? Is that an Alpha Fiend that you see? It is the Alpha Fiend. It's not just any Alpha Fiend. So here, I guess we can actually play the Calcified Ember. And then we can put some Fortify onto this and play one of these. Yeah, Spartacus. KB. Alright. Gotcha. So the problem is, I just abandon this floor? No. If I abandon the bottom floor, shoot. 29, 18 plus 4 is 22, plus 5 is 27. Do this. The problem is that it's pretty difficult to sap Seraph and keep my creatures alive. They just don't like have any health. Yeah, this is sort of the point. Looks like Alpha Fiend's a little bit dead, huh? Supplies spell weakness. Oh, I don't love it. Okay, I think Tethys is dead as well. Unfortunately. I don't know if that's enough. It seems really close with all the spell weakness. Maybe it's not that close. Probably depends how high damage a card I draw next turn. Kraken, thanks very much for the 8 months. Bomo show to you too. That's so unlucky. How much damage did I need? I have 19 spell weakness, so it would deal 20 times as much, so I needed to deal 100, which is difficult. I need to draw gifts into Ice Tornado. Yeah, it's sort of hard to do. Damn! Deck didn't quite have the legs to get there. It was really close though. Trying to think if there were any small changes that I could have made that were like immediately obviously available. I guess I have to play Gifts for a Guard on like turn 1 or whenever it was. That completely changes the fight. Not playing Gifts for a Guard there is like a little bit greedy, I guess. Maybe just a little bit wrong. GG. Was the auto deploy on the units unlucky? No, I don't think so.